Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. Hey, this is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to show y'all something because there's a lot that's going on in life itself, right? And I just want to show you what is one of the you know recreational gaming hobbies that's out there that these individuals are dealing with. And I'm not. Isn't don't think I'm criticizing or whatever. But it just don't came such a long way since Atari, Nintendo. What if you came across your kid playing this? Check this out. I don't know how long I can string this. I'm not going to string it for long, but have you ever seen such? Like, this is actually a game, theme orientated. But the reason why I pulled it up is just extremely something that you should have parental advisory explicit content. It's full of gore, violence, animals attacking the characters. I mean, it get pretty graphic, dog. And they have giants on here too, which makes it very interesting. They have these overgrown people. There's individuals that just actually play this on a daily basis. Could you see someone that you know in your family basically being consumed? Look at that. That's a two-headed skeleton, y'all. I wonder what his diet like. I wonder if they got tested for COVID. You have a two-headed skeleton up here, moving around as if it's nothing. You got a lady running around in a dress with a long barrel. You have another attack going on. This is like continuous throughout. This is just crazy. It's insane, bro. Do you think a movie like Red Redemption would be something you want your kid playing without your supervision? I'm just telling you, do you think they'd be the same, going to sleep at night after playing this for like 3 or 4 hours? This shit is just unbelievable. You can commit the most killings ever on this game. You have giants out here fighting a two-headed skeleton. Why? Wild animals are sneaking up behind you trying to attack you. And actually, they're basically performing vicious attacks that a regular human being would not survive in life. Look at that shit, man. It's all head attacks, man. All in the head. Just like bobcats love to do. That's bobcat right there. They love attacking you like that, man. They'll go for your head now. You think your kid will grow up the same after a game like this for a good, let's just give it a good year and a half. Look how blue the sky is. This is just insane, man. And this pops across my timeline. I'm not friends with these people or anything. That just pops across my timeline. I said, what the hell do we have here for show? Man, I don't know the age limit on this game, but I can tell you right now, my son ain't gonna be playing nothing like this, man. Ever. Not in my rules. Not in my rules, man. It's just not gonna happen. I know this off topic of the usual sports orientated, but I'm saying to myself, Jesus, man. Oh my God, that's all I can. That's all I can give you. For real. That's all. I can't do nothing else with it because that shit right there is insane. That is in freaking insane. Mitch on deck. What's good with you? Big dog on deck. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm not gonna be on here long. But while I'm on here, y'all should be aware, right? That we've been waiting on this Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight. Hey, for a minute, Tio didn't want to move the date. They moved to October 16th. This is very unfortunate for Tio coming off that big victory over Vasily Lomachenko and then having to face his mandatory, right? He could have all but he could have avoided this totally, by fighting Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I always said that I don't mind, whatever fight I support, as long as they fight the best. But he chose to fight George Kambosos because he had fought Masayoshi Nakatani, Richard Comey, and then Vasil Lomachenko. That was like three killers all in a row, man. So he deserved the mandatory. But this mandatory is quite different. A very strong-minded Aussie. And he wants his shot, man. And this fight has been moved 3 times already. It's becoming just, if you ever had a name for it, a circus, man. This is becoming a local theme park circus. Lopez versus Kambosos, man. And you're talking about putting this on PPV where we have to purchase it. People don't know what to do. How are they going to show up if the fight keep getting moved? It says in Boxing 24, it says George Kambosos Jr. is reportedly dragging his feet about agreeing to move the date of his title challenge from October 4th to October 16th for the fight against, unified champion Teofimo Lopez. Also, it goes on to say ESPN is reporting that Kambosos Jr. want more than 300K additional money for him to ink the contract to move the date to October 16th. Triller didn't give Teofimo extra money to sign his contract to move to a new date, so the company won't be given anything different to accommodate Kambosos. Triller could relinquish their rights. If Kambosos Jr. doesn't sign off on moving the date, Triller will lose the rights to stage the Teofimo Kambosos fight, and they'll go to Eddie Hearns, who will place the contest on the zone. This is debacle. This is a absolute straight up debacle, man. That will make the zone subscribers happy, as many of them are unlikely to bother purchasing the Teofimo versus Kambosos fight if it's on PPV. And it's not a PPV worthy fight in the minds of many boxing fans. So all the big hoopla, Teofimo Lopez, first negotiating his contract with Vasily Lomachenko, the 2 million, and then to come over here and force a purse bid where Triller, buzzed the headlines with a 6.1 purse bid victory, only to be kicking rocks trying to get this fight to happen. And now, Cambosis and whoever else that's a part of this is, stalling out the process now, and for good reason. You know, Tiafimo was somehow, some way caught COVID, and Cambosis thought he was just bullshitting around. He wasn't being forthright, and I can understand all that shit, man. Going in camp, fight camp, out fight camp. Cambosis don't have the funds that Tiafimo has, but this has just been crazy, man. This is just crazy right now. This is just crazy. With this fight continuing to move for a third time, they're trying to move this fight. How is anyone okay? Let's just say Eddie Hearn picks it up. They don't have a PPV structure. You know what I'm saying? Once again, how's Tiafimo going to elevate his status as a boxer on PPV and stay up to par with Gervonta Davis if he can never check what his numbers are like consistently on PPV? I mean, that plays a huge role, man. I know a lot of people say, well, Floyd Mayweather brings the energy, brings the fans to the table. You're right. Floyd does. But also, Gervonta Davis, his highlight reel knockouts, what he brings to the table as far as his showmanship. He's leaving some fighters behind without even having a second fight at 135. People, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, man. And T.O. my boy, man. I'm just looking at it like, for the lightweight division, it just comes down to a fighter knows it's good money on PPV. If you're trying to argue with the fans that you're still making this amount of money, but the fighter that's on PPV is not making an extra amount of money, or they're not making advancements in their career, you're lying to yourself. Gervonta Davis, in my opinion, is doing big things by continuing to fight on PPV. He's getting people to acclimate and adjust every time his fight day come up to prepare to pay for his fights. That's etched in stone now. This article goes on to say Triller Fight Club CEO Ryan Kavanaugh told ESPN that Kambosos, 19-0, 10 knockouts, still hasn't signed off on moving the October 4th date to October 16th. Interestingly, if Kambosos failed to agree to the move, the rights of the fight will revert to the second highest bidder in matchroom boxing. That would be Eddie Hearns, who will have control over staging the Teofimo Kambosos Jr. fight. This is where it becomes interesting monetarily, right? This could mean less money for Teofimo and Kambosos Jr. If Triller gives up their rights to stage the fight, Triller won the purse bid with $6 million, and the next highest bid for Eddie Hearn Matchroom was 3.5. That's almost dichotomizing that slice of pie. You know what I'm saying? Cutting it in half, for real. Kambosos will make a little bit over $2 million, and Teofimo just under, $4 million if Triller stages the fight on October 16th. But if Triller relinquished their rights and Matchroom staged the contest, Kambosos Jr. will get 1.2 and Teofimo 2.2. I mean, that is a huge difference. That is a huge difference from what Triller potentially may pay out to these fighters, vice what they would get if Matchroom assumes the position to host this fight. Both fighters will lose out substantially when it comes to this. This is wild, man. This is what I'm saying, man. You can't blame boxing for this, but yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? Boxing has no hierarchy that you have to answer to. There's no one just really making the decisions over boxing, just like a president of boxing. You just don't have that. So situations like this can carry on. They say that's a significant drop off in pay for both fighters to Triller relinquish their rights to the fight. It's just crazy. And Javante just sitting back laughing. There's no way you think. I don't know. There's no way do you think that Javante Floyd Mayweather Promotions will move a fight this many times. The only time that Floyd Mayweather's, you know, um, does his shifting or switching stance on anything is to interfere with somebody's PPV numbers. Floyd did it to Canelo and Gennady. Floyd did it to Teofimo Lopez and Cambosis. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time that you'll see him shifting and moving to benefit him, and he usually wins. Real talk. Floyd usually wins when that comes down to it. It goes on to say Triller is already paying him close to 10 times what Cambosis made in the past. If he were for some reason to not do this deal with us, he would make significantly less. We are confident the fight is occurring. He's going to sign the contract soon. I mean, that's what Triller's talking about. In hindsight, Teofimo should have vacated his IBF lightweight title when the IBF Federation, the International Boxing Federation, ordered him to defend against Cambosis. Teofimo had massive opportunities for bigger fights against Vasily Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Jojo Diaz. Still, instead, he took the least compelling option by choosing to defend against Cambosis. Now, my take on that is, name-wise and recognition, yes, I can pretty much understand where they're coming from, that Teofimo Lopez took the marginal option, all right? They say he could have came off that International Boxing Federation, that IBF title. He could have just relinquished it, vacated. But no one truly knows what's the plan of Teofimo Lopez. What is he doing? Does he want to keep the titles and fight Devin Haney after this fight? What is he trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't go through all that process of redirection from the WBC tournament, which failed miserably, to take the IBF route, fight that huge trifecta, get the title off Comey in 2, and go up there and win the decision over Vasily Lomachenko. That was a lot of work, man. So to do all this work, and then also attached to that is a franchise belt, why would you want to just come off the IBF and not fight Cambosis and have people saying, oh, you ducked Cambosis? So therefore, if he was to fight Devin Haney, I'm pretty sure Bill and Team Haney would definitely like to fight for all the marbles. Winner takes all the freaking marbles. All the marbles. And when I say all the marbles, that means every belt. Every single belt. That means, like I've mentioned before, we'll see two things. Team Haney has mentioned they don't care about the franchise belt, but I feel some type of way that if Teofimo Lopez was to say, okay, let's focus on Devin Haney, if he's successful with defeating George Kambosos, let's focus on Haney and let's go fight him. Team Haney will have to have a sit down and discuss how do they want to do this, because to truly stay undisputed, all Teofimo has to do is win Devin Haney's belt. I say he's already undisputed because of Mauricio Suleiman's elevation to the franchise belt. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, when it comes down to the WBC world title that Devin Haney has, it still has value, of course, but it's been devalued when it comes to Mauricio Suleiman basically making that belt a subordinate to the franchise title. So when you make a title a subordinate to another title and it's not across the board, it really causes a ruckus of understanding. Like, people just get confused. Like, what is this about? How do we perceive this? It's not across the board in every division. So what do we consider TL? I say I consider him undisputed lightweight because Mauricio Suleiman allowed for the petition to be transferred. Of course, this is against what he initially came out with, but all the rules and regulations and the standard operating procedures are made to be changed, y'all. And when you're the president, you can say something one week, and then you can absolutely revise it the next. It doesn't matter. But for Team Haney, they will have to petition the franchise belt so they can strip everything. It's mano a mano for all the marbles. They will have to petition the franchise belt and fight for all the marbles. If not, let's just say Devin Haney defeats Teofimo Lopez. Tio holds on to the franchise belt. I mean, what does that say exactly? He still has some skin in the game if he keeps the franchise belt, right? That's truth. But for Devin Haney, I know they have made mention. Bill has made mention, like many of us, they really don't they really don't care about the franchise belt. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fit into the four belt nomenclature like it has in history. So people are saying like, man, it's garbage. How the Canelo be the first one to get it if you got a petition, this, that, and the other. I get it. But like I told y'all before, Juan Estrada was elevated to franchise. I say he's going to give another belt out this year. Now I know me having 10,000 people watching the live, on a regular. I know that probably might have slipped over some people's head, when I was, the people in the live chat were listening. But I did say it. I said it's been Canelo, Vasil Lomachenko, and Teofimo Lopez. Before the year is over with, there's going to be two more franchisee champions. There's going to be two more. One of them came right after the fight Estrada had with Chocolatito. In the aftermath of that fight, they screwed over Rungfasai and said, you know what? I know you're next in line, but we're going to make a trilogy between Estrada and Chocolatito. And that's what happened. They elevated him to the franchise title, and it is what it is. Nobody said anything about it. For the lightweight division, Bill and Devin, they'll have to figure it out on whether they want to, if this fight even materialize, they will have to figure out if they truly want to petition for the franchise belt, which if it was me, I would say, okay, petition for it so you get everything. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. It's no crumbs on the plate. It's nothing. You have the entree, you have the appetizer, you have everything. Then after that, they can do what they want. But for Teofimo Lopez, it's a bit more simple because he only has one. He has to win the fight, of course, but he just gets the belt. He only needs one belt. He get that other belt, and they choose to stay at 135 for another fight. He's going to make some incredible amount of money before he move up to 140. So we definitely should take that in consideration. What's the better move for each team? What's the better move? Let me get to this right here. Appreciate the comments in the live chat. Come back. What's your prediction for Plant versus Canelo PPV? So I'm definitely going for Sweet Hands. All right. I'm just at a point where I always like Caleb Plant. It just wasn't one of mine. Like Caleb Plant, if he's not fighting, he's out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? So for a long time, Caleb Plant, it was nothing to talk about with him. His opponents were what they were, but it wasn't too much that big information to talk about. Hey Dion, you still gonna jump on, bro? Just let me know. Just let me know in the chat, man. I know you wanted. I could never catch up with you, but I'm going for Caleb Plant. I think he has I don't want to seem cliche with the skill set. He has the style. If you apply everything else to complement that style, he can give Canelo a run for his money. Because Caleb Plant is a boxer. He's not a brawler. I believe he only have 12 knockouts. He's not this amazing knockout artist, but Floyd outboxed Canelo. And I know Canelo was, a big green back then, but he did. He outboxed him. Canelo has improved tremendously right now. But for Caleb Plant, man, if he has the cardio, if he can sustain the power shots that Canelo is going to give, use his footwork amazingly, he may be able to put some rounds away against Canelo Alvarez. But if it goes to the scorecards and there's any question that the fight is close, Caleb Plant is losing. But to answer your question, I'm going for Caleb. Period. Dumbass fight should have happened all the way in June. Remember, Teal's father said this fight would do 2 million PPVs. Yeah, Junior, he just be you know what I'm saying? He just be talking. He's a garrulous individual, isn't he? A rambunctious type of fella. 1.2 million, 2.2 million is still a gross overpay for this generic ass fight. It is, man. But one thing I don't like doing with boxers is talking about their money. Like boxers go through a lot to get paid very little. So when it comes to the money and the purses, man, get what you can get. Fuck it, man. Get what you can get, because there's just no retirement plan to boxing. These cats are actually on the front lines, right? They're going to battle numerous times. Like, check this out. The military is annually, right? But we're not in combat every year. I'm talking about single individuals not in combat every year. In boxing, they're in combat every year. Every year. So they should go in there and advocate for themselves for the highest price tag they can get, man. Triller should be banned from purse bids forever. Stop hitting on folks' pocket, King Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Man, get out their pockets, man. Let these boxers get as much money as they possibly can, dog. Who the fuck is this writer to say T.O. should vacate his beloved title? I know, man. Boxing 24 always go to them because there's somebody in there saying some dumb shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. They pocket the we all know this bum ass fight should be free. What about the consumer pockets? Hey, it's not. Hey, boxing has to make money somehow, some way. It's absolutely up to the consumer if you choose to pay for it. Real talk. I'm always for fighters getting paid, their TV making punches and going through grueling camps. Triller is just stupid for opting to pay so much. Now look at them struggling to secure a date. I agree, man. I agree all the way. I absolutely agree, man. Estrada being tagged franchise champ is the fans' favorite, though. It's the fans' favorite, though. Those other appointments with duck sauce specials. Um, the only one that I can say that was a duck sauce special is Canelo at 160. It was nothing in stone. There was never no ink that dried to make anything certified official on Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney. It wasn't. Period. I already played the video. There wasn't anything out there to make it official that he was scheduled to fight Devin Haney. I've been over this before. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing out there. Real talk. There was nothing out there. Vasyl Lomachenko, he won the WBC vacant title, and he chose not to fight for the rest of the year. Devin Haney chose to fight for the interim title. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much that 160, I can say that was a duck. So Charlo wouldn't get the opportunity to fight Canelo. Those soft spot. Who are you, man? Click the link so I can see who you are. Because for somebody to come over here and ask about the latest with Brian Norman Jr., you have to know. You have to be from the A, man. Just be for real. You know what I'm saying? Because Brian Norman Jr., man, he's down here in the South, bro. And you have to be down here in the South to know who he is. To answer your question, man, he training as always for another fight. You know what I'm saying? The man is like 21-0. You know what I'm saying? He's doing big things down here. Shout out to Granite City Boxing Academy. Shout out to his pops. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman Sr. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. So he's just coming off a knockout at the Congress Center. And I'm not sure what is next for that young dog. But I'll definitely keep y'all up to date on whenever the news come out. Sometimes I got to find out just like y'all, man. I got to search around and find out what's going on with the boxing down here in the ATL, just like everybody else. But that's to answer your question, man. You know what I'm saying? He's still a beast, still hard at work, getting it in. And he should be somebody y'all keep an eye on. Brian Norman Jr., a.k.a. the Assassin 2.0, man. You know what it is? Salute to him. Continue to do what you do. He said, I used to be on your channel chatting months ago. I just came out of jail. Okay. I never saw no soft spot up here. You must have came in on a different name. You know why I know who's in my live chat? Because of the numbers. So I know my visual is on point. That shit is catalog. I've never seen you, but hey, never mind that, man. It's good you out, you out here. It's good you out. And a salute to you, man. Appreciate you pulling up to the live chat. I put my link in there. Dion, I know you said you want to cook on something. But I'm not sure what you want to cook on, unless you want to come in here and talk about Joshua. But you know what the link is. It's all good. But for Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, man, I'm just amazed this fight continued to get pushed along the way it is. I'm just amazing. It's still festering out here, man. It's almost like just marinating at room temperature. And it slowly but surely start to spoil. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that fight is right now. It has so much potential to it initially when it was made, because the momentum Teofimo had with winning the titles, and then the press conference, you know what I'm saying, down here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium with Kambosos and Teofimo going at it. It was good. It was good for boxing. It was good for TV and shit. And then that shit just fizzled out, man. Oh my God. It starts smoldering. And then it's been marinating, man. It's been marinating in egg yolk at room temperature. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to stink. This fight has been moved and moved and moved. And you see what Trilla's doing. Like, Trilla be picking up a fight and moving it somewhere else at the last minute. It has to cost millions. Are they even paying all these people? I mean, I heard they paid for media. In this fight, this last fight card they had down in Florida, I heard they paid for media. You know what I'm saying? The Vito Belfort fight and the Evander Holyfield. Yeah. Hey, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't able to make it. Evander Holyfield stepped in, ill-advised, and they fought. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is Evander Holyfield looked the part, but he didn't perform the part. And please, somebody keep him out the ring. Evander has taken an extensive amount of punishment over the time. And of course, when he goes back, he's going to say, oh, the referee, I didn't like what he did. Yes, the referee, if anybody's going to say the referee saved you, he saved you that day, Evander. Don't nobody let Evander Holyfield back in the ring. He's too stiff. All of that shit. Moving on. Check this out. I looked at an interview with Roy Jones with IFL TV, and he said some very interesting takes on the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the GOAT, man. The legend himself, Roy Jones Jr. Let me try to see if I can pull that up. I mean, this was a damn good video, man. I could sit up here and tell you about what he said, but I'd rather you hear him say Roy Jones is one of the best when it comes to boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the freaking best when it comes to boxing, man. I'm talking about boxing commentary. Man, Roy Jones will give you what you need, for real. Let me see, can I pull this up so I can share screen right quick? He made some very good comments. Some is pretty much mirroring what I said. Let me see. I found it. Okay, check this out, people. I think this would be very informative. Let me share screen right quick. Roy Jones be talking his shit. I ain't gonna lie. Roy Jones be talking his shit, man. I like hearing him break shit down. Real talk. Shout out to Team Williams, man. He's about to go back in there October 16th in Alabama and fight for a regional title, welterweight title. Shout out to Michael Williams Jr., man. They about to go back in there to the front lines and fight. And he's trained by Roy Jones Jr. Shout out to his Pops 300. You know what it is, man. Team Williams all day, every day, man. So let me share this. And listen to what he says, man. Listen, this is a fighter who's retired, and I've seen it for myself. When he walks into a building, he still gets that awe factor. People always want to talk to Roy. He still has his wits about him and stuff like that. But I also seen him walk to a place where he was pissed and he didn't say shit. Imagine how I felt filming it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Check this out, though. Man, it's very informative, man, for real. Here we go.
Roy, where did it go wrong for Anthony Joshua, in your opinion, last night?
The main thing Anthony did wrong was when you fight a guy that's smaller coming up in weight, you must let him know that tonight you're the bullet. You're not going to let him come up and take over nothing. When he let Usyk land 2 straight left hands, then an overhand left in the first round, that was telling. I mean, he came up and made a statement the first round. You cannot allow that to happen with a small man.
Did both fighters, let's talk about Usyk and Joshua, did they fight the way that you expected before? I know we did that little talk with you and Tony Bellew a couple of hours before the fight, but how did they compare with how you envisaged them to both fight?
They fought a little different than I expected them to, because I expected, like I wanted them to. I knew that Usyk needed to make a statement in the first round if he could. I didn't think Joshua would let him make that statement that early. So that's why I was thinking if Joshua fights the right way, Usyk's not going to be able to do anything until later on. So make him keep fighting. Then later on, you try to change the game up a little bit. But Joshua came out and gave Usyk respect right away. He let Usyk basically control the center of the ring. And so Usyk won the first 3 rounds. I was surprised because I know the late rounds Usyk will win the most of them because they're not the IQ. But I wasn't expecting Joshua to give him the first few rounds. You can't do that. You let the little man get 3 rounds, and he feel like, oh, I got this easy. I'm in the game. You let him in the game, though. You understand? You can't let the little man in the game. So I never thought Joshua would allow Usyk to get in the game that quick.
Right, what adjustments does he have to make? I mean, if the rematch, shall we say, Eddie Hearn's talking about possibly the early part of 2022, so gives us roughly, 6 months. What adjustments can he make in that time?
There are a few adjustments he can make. A lot of it is mental. A little.
Hold up. They asked what adjustments Joshua can make. Haven't I been saying that for the longest time that Joshua, his mental state heading in there is not on full mode. You know what I'm saying? His mental state is not running on full speed right now. He doesn't have that 100% confidence. I said that. But people just think it's hating. You know what I'm saying? People just think it's hating because of the platform. But Roy Jones said, being he boxed, the legend of boxing, then people are gonna say, "Oh, okay." Some people are gonna digest it for what it's worth, food for thought, and then others are gonna reject it immediately and put it in the damn recycle bin. Because they just not trying to hear it. But Joshua's mental game is marginal, man, subpar, feeble.
Bit is boxing, but it's more mental than physical. So, but there are adjustments that have to be made, and he's just got to hang out with a killer. You know what I mean? And when I say a killer, I mean a killer mentality in the boxing ring, not outside, because he's a very good guy. You know what I'm saying? That's fine.
And pay close attention how Roy attempts to make this as polite and clean it up as possible on Joshua hanging out with a killer. Because obviously he's not talking about the streets, but he's just trying to say, hey, he need to be around somebody that's going to give him that smoke, that work behind the scenes, and not sit up there and have him come to training and he has girls with palm leaves waving and fanning him down. He have a masseuse on deck. He has all these other concierge service going on to get him ready to get into the. No, he's trying to say he needs to go in there with somebody grimy. He needs to damn get that smoke, and it needs to be somebody to give him that work. We've heard in the past that Joshua's had trouble with sparring. I mean, we've heard a lot of fighters, but we've heard the rumors that Joshua, has been hurt in sparring and stuff like that before. Whether it's true or not, watch how Roy Jones clean this up because he's over in the UK, man. Watch this.
I was a very good guy, but when he got in the ring, I'm a killer. You understand me? So it's like he got to get that killer mentality. You feel me? If you get the killer mentality, and the killer mentality in boxing, you got to treat boxing like we box, so we don't have to be on the street fight. But you got to treat boxing like a street fight. If you run the block, they come to your block. No. This ain't how I go on my block. You go get your behind either over there or you got to die. You understand me? This is my block. I kill and die for my block. That's what boxing really is. So many people have lost their art because they start chasing the money and they forget the real art of I'm going to try till I die. You understand me? So if you come on my block, I'm going to try till I die. You got to get me out of there. You can't let me be alive and think you're going to whoop me on my block. It's not going to happen. You got to kill me because I'm willing to die for my block. And it's like this is where people, we separate so much from nature, but the animals in nature, they fight to see who carries on, whose genes get carried on. They
see Roy giving you his spiel on raising them gamecocks. Roy going to that mentality back in the day, man. Them dogs and them cocks, man. He's giving you the game, the raw game, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't hate him for that shit, man.
They fight till somebody wins or loses. In some cases, till somebody live or die. Skunks fight till somebody die because somebody got to win, somebody got to die for it. You understand me? And that's what boxing is really about. It's not just for money. It's who's the best, who's willing to kill and die for it. Just in the ring, though. Outside the ring, you try to let that die. Outside the ring, I try not to be that person. I try never to be the person outside the boxing ring that I am in the boxing ring. But you got to know how to have that switch. And that switch is very important. If you don't have that switch, there's a problem.
Eddie Hearn said in the post-fight press conference last night that he's not sure whether we can see a better version of Alexander Usyk. He said that was a career best performance from Alexander Usyk. Can Usyk improve in a rematch as well?
No, Eddie Hearn is very right there. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you why I agree with him. Now you can always get better, but you got to go different places to get better. But what he means by that is that you saw this guy become cruiserweight champ, then he saw him become undisputed cruiserweight champ. How much better was he gonna get? So if he ain't maxed out now, what is he gonna get better? He already been undisputed cruiserweight champ. You would figure if making people say when you win a title you get 60% better. Well, he already did that 4 times. Now he won again. What's he gonna do? The same Usyk that got better as cruiserweight champ also won the heavyweight title. He ain't got no real window to get no better at. What is he gonna do better? What is he gonna do different? But he's right about that point. That's the best Usyk you're gonna see. So it's just that you didn't start controlling the fire early enough.
We'll have to wait and see what happens, but we expect Joshua and Eddie Hearn to exercise their right to the rematch. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, we do. We will see what happens. And like I said before, I said it last night, and this is nothing against nobody, but whatever we do not want to see Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk.
Yes,
no,
sir.
We don't want that. By no means.
Talk to him,
We
boy.
don't want to see it because in reality, the better big man, the skilled big man beats the skilled little man in most cases.
When he finished, I want y'all to give me your take on this. You know what I'm saying? On this portion of the video, on what Roy's saying. He doesn't want to see Fury Joshua. He doesn't want to see a boring ass heavyweight fight. He pretty much inserts Deontay Wilder into the frame to say, we want to see somebody that's going to prevent that danger, that's going to be that killer. You know what I'm saying? That's going to, make people think who's going to win this. Man, regardless of what happened last time, Deontay still had that. He's pretty much willing his way up to that.
But it's the most boringest thing you ever want to watch because nobody can't knock anybody out. The big man that's skilled ain't no superpower puncher. The little man that's skilled ain't no superpower puncher. So we got to watch 2 guys rub the canvas off the gloves against each other for 2 minute rounds. It's going to be technical. Now, technically, it's going to be a good thing because it's high class boxing. It's next level boxing. But boxing, we want to see excitement, knockouts. We want to always know to the last bell that somebody can get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
With these two, we got to watch a real chess match. And for boxing fans right now, that's not what we need. Right now, we need excitement like we had last night. We need excitement like when Fury fights Wilder. We need excitement like we wanted when Fury fights Joshua because somebody can knock somebody out, and we always know that. But when you put Fury and Usyk together, it's just, it's cool. It's a great boxing match, but the regular, ordinary boxing fan is starving for action right now. And that's not the fight we get a lot of action in. So we want to try to keep that from happening if any way possible. If any way possible. Now, it's nothing, like I said, for me, that's one of the best fights you can see because it's knowledge on knowledge. You understand me? And usually the skillful big man beats the skillful little man. But that's what that fight is. So that's a fight I would like to see myself. But for boxing, with how things are going right now, it's not the best fight for boxing right now. So I would love to see it because they both incredibly skilled guys. They don't. Neither one of them have a real power punch like we want to see, but they're incredibly skilled guys, both of them. And with that being said, you have to love the fact that those two are rising to the top. You understand me? Now, you hope the athleticism and the punching power come into play somewhere because the better boxer ain't always gonna win. So somewhere, and like I told people before that know me, I said Joshua and Fury both not gonna win these rematches. These fights they're about to have. So the problem is when they exercise the option to rematch with Fury and make him fight Usyk, that's not a good move. And I said that in the United States because I knew that this is gonna be tough for Joshua. And play checkers, not chess. Let's play checkers. We're not going for checkmate right now because checkmate steals the game. That's it. It's over. We want to play checkers. We want to keep it active. We want to keep it action-packed in the heavyweight division right now. We have too many good, hard-hitting heavyweights to match against these two master boxers to make interesting fights. than to be worried about them two fighting and seeing who's the better of them two right now. Let's get the most out of this first, and if they beat up and clear out everything else, then we let them fight because they cleared the garden. All the trash has been weeded out. When they weed out the trash, if that's what happens, then we'll see the two go at it. But if they don't weed out the garden, then that means weeds still growing. That means they may not be the ones to keep the garden.
You certainly got away with words, Roy. It's like mesmerized in your speech.
And let me say this: I'm not calling those guys trash. I'm just saying that when you weed out the weeds, everybody else around, they beat the other guys, and they'll show that they're the top of the division. So they'll fight each other. That's the only way we want to see that fight. Until they go clean out everything else.
Fight next weekend at the Wembley Arena. Everything going according to plan for next Saturday?
Yes, everything's going according to plan. And I do want to say that, I love coming over here, man. This is the best.
Yeah, hopefully y'all got some out of that because that was a very solid interview from Roy Jones Jr., man, for real. That was a solid interview with him breaking down pretty much how he wants to see the heavyweight division play out. I know there's several individuals on here, which I don't take a lot of these YouTube channels that switch it up. 1 minute they for Fury, and the next minute they for Joshua. Now Joshua's defeated. They want to go for Usyk. And I pretty much like the people who stand on their square and they stick with their fighter. You know what I'm saying? So the way he's talking, he's pretty much saying that we don't want to see, Fury and Usyk, where it'd be just like Klitschko and Fury. We had one of these boring ass heavyweight fights with a huge amount of belts on the line. We don't want to see that shit. I mean, that's what Roy's pretty much getting at without saying it in a derogatory way. He's pretty much putting it out there like we want to see, like Deontay Wilder against one of these cats. We're looking forward to the trilogy. We're looking forward to seeing Deontay fight Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk. Either way, those are the top 3 heavyweights in the sport right now. So we don't want to see, we have an undisputed fight coming up against Fury and this person. People are gonna be like, Fury's gonna outbox the guy. But when you insert Deontay Wilder in there, it gives you that sense of, man, who's gonna win? Especially with all the training vids is out. The hiatus between these two over a year and a half. There's a lot of intrigue to this fight. It has everything. It has the backstory. The history matches up. There's nothing fake about the history between these two. They have fought twice. They have everything that you would want in a heavyweight trilogy in order for you to tune in and watch the fight. Not only that, it's gotten personal now, and it's been linking up as it should leading up to this fight without even really no hardcore promo. It's linking up very nice. They both sending messages. Deontay Wilder's pretty much saying, hey, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? You should consider that. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be no touching of the gloves. And it's going to be a lot of suspense to this fight because people are going to want to see what, it's the right attraction that's coming because everybody wants to see what suit Wilder's going to wear to the ring. They want to see him, step over the top rope. They want to see what Fury's going to bring to it. And then the opening bell. They want to see if the fight is going to be anywhere close to what it was in the beginning of the rematch. That's all. That's all. Power doesn't go anywhere. Deontay's power haven't went anywhere. Fury never been a power puncher. The way Deontay Wilder knocked Fury down in the first fight, opposite of what Fury, his knockdowns, it wasn't even close, man. Anyway, back to the stream. Let me see what Jay Camacho on deck. What's good? WC, what's your opinion on John Jones' situation? DC said he failed John Jones by not giving him the beating he needed. All right, appreciate the MMA talk, even though it's off topic. Well, it's not off topic because this is not even something I brought up at a boxing topic. I can't believe I've been on here close to an hour already. But to answer your question, Camacho, DC had the opportunity to set John Jones straight. And I'm not saying DC in his own right is not an alpha male. DC is an alpha male. But John Jones is that alpha, the superior alpha that makes all the calls. And when John Jones was suspended, that's when DC rebelled in the moment. That's when he had his best success, when John Jones was out the sport. So, he's getting new fans. He's coming the face of the light heavyweight division. He's doing what the hell he's supposed to do. But the vitriol and the venom between John Jones and DC, people found out how raw John Jones was, and there's no way. I'm gonna tell you, there's no way DC could have did anything more to gain John Jones' respect. There's no way he could have did that, bro. Like it's certain things that happen. Let's just say, for instance, when John Jones was stripped of his belt, and they made the rematch a no contest. When it came time for let me back up a little bit to the first one. When DC was the champion and John Jones came and took the belt, then John Jones was saying, "I told you this will happen." But in the rematch, he popped. It became a no contest. DC was able to survive a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He was able to survive just a bit. That's all. That was it. That was it. Leading up to the promo when they was on stage and DC came in and put his forehead to John Jones and John Jones moved the entire room, that should have showed you right there DC wasn't on John Jones' level when it came right down to it. Like, John Jones is a vicious individual, man. He's a vicious individual. There's no way you can have a rivalry if John Jones was up 2-0. There's no way that DC could have gave that man a beating any more than he attempted to. There's no way he could have did it. And I got mad respect for DC too. But John Jones was his alpha, man. But back to the boxing aspect, I truly appreciate Roy Jones, giving his input as a fighter and a person that people respect. I really don't want to speak on a Fury Alexander Usyk because I'm really expecting Deontay Wilder to go in there and get his belt back. I haven't wavered from that. I'm really expecting, Wilder to go in there entirely focused as he was before, but focus on a whole nother level of technique. A fresh look from his trainer, his new trainer Malik Scott. The cohesiveness that they're showing and displaying to the audience. That's what I like. I like that unity. And they seem to have this unity where, first of all, they respect each other and the positions that they're holding within that fight camp. Deontay is the fighter. Malik is the head trainer. It seems like there's a level of respect there that, Deontay Wilder is receptive when it comes to Malik Scott. So that's great, bro. It seems like they're meshing well. Now, the big part where I want to see, this is what I want to see. If the fight lasts that long, I want to see and hear what instructions Malik Scott is going to provide Wilder. Because, like I said before, in the Luis Ortiz fight, when he was hurt by, when Wilder was hurt by Ortiz, I did not hear Mark Breland give any instruction that was informative, constructive criticism. I didn't feel that he gave him. I didn't hear anything. I didn't have a sense of urgency. I didn't hear anything to pump him up. I'm not saying Deontay Wilder needs to be pumped up. I just didn't hear none of that. But as you look at Malik Scott seems like he's able to articulate himself different. He's able to break shit down in a more analytical manner. He's able to been in the ring also. He brings a different type of personality to Wilder. So I'm looking forward to see if the fight goes into the second round or the third round, what instructions Malik Scott is going to provide to Wilder. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe Malik is that individual that can kind of bring a different type of energy to Wilder in that fight. I do. You know what I'm saying? And for the individuals that's continuing to say, well, let me ride off what Tyson Fury said, right? Which, Tyson Fury, when he comes over here to the US and US fans allow him that open pass invitation to say what the fuck he want to say, it can be stupid or it can be straight up ignorant. But when he said that, how are you going to teach him something you wasn't able to do? And I'm saying to myself, what the fuck has Sugar Hill done except ride the coattail of Emmanuel Stewart? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, don't act like you're in the Hall of Fame for shit you did as a boxer. And I commend Malik Scott to be able to respond the way he did without him using any type of profanity or obscenities. You know what I'm saying? Or even just getting out of character. Deontay had the headphones on. Malik Scott said what he said. He kept it professional. And then, of course, everybody else had something to say about it. But you have to understand one thing. There's plenty of coaches out here that wasn't superstar players. There's professors that can sit up here and talk about subjects that they just happen to put most of their effort into and learn. You know what I'm saying? If their freaking primary subject, their curriculum, let's just say is biology, I'm pretty sure it's plenty of times that they attempted to create experiments and see how they turn out, right? But with this, in boxing is a thinking man's sport. So you have to have somebody with a broad imagination to come up with different training techniques to basically foretell a fight. This is what we want to happen in this fight. This is what we want to see in this fight. Let's look at this film. Let's look at that film. Let's spin the reels over and over again and, dissect what we want to insert into the game plan. And that's very important, man. That's just very, very important. And sometimes it takes a voice that's respected and knowledgeable for somebody to listen and be receptive. I think Deontay Wilder's at that point right now. You know what I'm saying? For him to come off a loss with Tyson Fury and to be able to make changes, to not be afraid to make changes, not just any change, but someone who has experience and understands who Wilder is as a person and as a boxer. And if you don't know about now, Wilder, he sticks with his day one dudes. You know what I'm saying? People that's been around for a long time. If you look at his circle and look who he walks out with, it's a lot of dudes he's known for a long time. Even the cats that's on here, the LDBC, who he gives interviews to, he's known them for a long time. So he gives them the opportunity. He said, I understand who you are, know who you are. I know you're genuine. It's not going to be any surprises. Boom. These are the individuals that I'm going to talk to. These are the individuals that's going to get the interview. And a lot of people don't understand why that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know that some people are like that. They feel confident. They feel, like there's a solid mutual respect amongst men, bro. What's going on, Dion? How you feeling, bro?
Man, what's going on, bro? Man, I finally caught you, man. Been busy, man. I'm glad I caught you though.
Yeah, I know you be out there doing your thing, man. Shout out to you, doing what you do in the community and all that.
Oh,
You
man,
going in and
I'm
out,
ready
bro.
for it to go down, man. Cause you know, long overdue.
Yeah, man. So give me your take on, since you over there, man, you've known Deontay for a while. You
Yeah,
know,
long
it
overdue,
seemed
bro.
seemed like he's revived a bit higher than we used to seeing him with Malik in the camp.
Oh yeah, man. He look good, man. He look good. I'm just ready to see it put in motion, man. Cause I know he
Yeah,
worked hard. I know
yeah.
he hasn't, he
You
making
went out, man.
everything happen. October 9th is gonna be our day of retribution.
Yep. Times two.
Oh yeah, time too, and we gonna do it the right way. Gonna do it the right way, man.
In a lot of ways, he Wilder has been doing it the right way by staying a clean fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's been doing it the right way, but now, having a new trainer, making changes, for himself, that's a big part going into this trilogy too.
I'm just I'm just interested to see. I want to see Fury's reaction to that first hard body shot.
That's
That's
if it's
gonna tell
just
it
a
all to
shot.
me, huh?
That's if it's just one shot. And the way he
Yeah,
been
that's
looking
if
in
it's
the
just
videos,
one shot.
he'd be doubling up on the body shots, man. That's crucial, dog.
Yeah, cause see now if you gotta respect that hard left hook, the left hook hard anyway. But now
Hmm.
if you gotta respect that to the body,
And we
it's gonna
know
be a
Fury
whole
got
nother
that
dimension.
soft. Fury got that soft. That sweet potato looking
Yeah,
motherfucking
he built up
damn.
like the Michelin man.
Yeah. So Deontay might need Malik to pull his damn hook out of Tyson Fury's damn love handles,
Oh yeah,
soft
man.
like
I'm just
marshmallows.
yeah, man. I'm just ready for this card, bro. I know we just talking about Deontay, bro, but just this whole card, like if I could leave a tip, I would for this card, bro. This card right here is so needed in boxing. I've been crying out for it. I've been advocating it for a long time that the heavyweight division needed some type of Super Six or a Super Series or something. This one
Hmm.
card shakes out a lot of the stuff that's going on in the heavyweight division. That's why I'm so amped for it.
Hey, do you have stream on in the background? Can you mute it? Because
Okay,
I
yeah,
hear
yeah. I'm
echo.
sorry. Oh, okay. You
So
hear me now? Oh,
well, I can hear you. It was just the echo.
okay. I think I know what it is. I think it came on my Bluetooth.
Let me do this right quick.
Nah, it was me.
No, I'm sharing the screen right now. I want to get your take on. I want to get your take on this. This the entire fight card right here of October 9th of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. This entire fight card.
I love it.
They have some damn.
I even love the lead up fights to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Robert
I
Helenius,
love.
he
I
went
mean,
in
I
there.
love everything about this card. Right, like I know the pay per view is at 79, but I would easily. I just me personally. I would easily drop the whole 100 for this card.
Oh, for real? Okay.
That's just me.
All right.
The reason why I say that is because I'm a fan of so many of these fighters, and then at the same time, all of the styles matchups clash. I mean, all of the style matchups on this card, they clash well. Like I'll be
Hmm.
honest with you, out excluding Wilder Fury, Sanchez and Jogbar gonna take the cake.
Hmm. That's gonna be a damn good one right there. Both undefeated heavy hitters. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice, real nice.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I kind of disappointed that fight is not co-main.
What
I
over
mean, I was
Hellenius
looking on your
and
screen,
Kanowski?
huh?
Nah, I had to disagree with you, Dion. FA don't deserve that co-main event over Hellenius and
Man,
Kanowski,
hey,
dog.
he don't
Hell
deserve
no,
it, bro. But
bro.
I'm telling,
Hell
but I'll
no,
be
he don't
honest with you.
deserve it.
It's gonna make Hellenius Kalnaki look like a snooze fest, though.
What? I disagree,
I
bro.
promise you. I think it's gonna be. I mean, I'm just me personally now.
Mm.
Sanchez and the jog bar is gonna provide. They gonna bring the fireworks.
I know it's for
That fight is gonna
WBO.
bring the fireworks. But I'm talking about outside of Wilder Fury. We know that's what it's gonna be. But Sanchez and jog bar is gonna be a damn good. It's gonna be. I think it has potential. It has potential. It's gonna be knockout of the year somewhere up in there with that fight.
Mm. All right.
If
Okay.
it outside, I'm talking about outside of Wilder Fury, because I know Wilder coming in and Fury better make sure all his shit in order. So he fight with
Yeah.
his life on the line this time.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he know that.
He know it. He know it. He know the reckoning is near. But I truly believe, F.A. Jogba and Frank Sanchez sitting in the third spot, the co-main to the co-main. I think they right where they should be, man. For real talk, I do. I think a lot of these fights are right where they need to be. Of course, this right here, sometimes they switch it up when the card actually starts going. They switch it up. But
Yeah.
the history between Hellenius and Konoski, man, I just think it's good for the co-main event because the only loss that Konoski has on his record is to Hellenius when he was stopped.
Yeah, I agree, man. But do you agree with Jared Anderson being that low?
Like I said,
Like
those fights.
that fight order?
Look, look, those fights down there doesn't mean on that card doesn't mean they're gonna fight Jared Anderson the third fight in. It doesn't mean that he might be
Okay,
further up
okay,
the
I got
card.
you.
Yeah, because you know how Top Rank and Showtime do, man. They just put the fight card out there. They give you the main event and the co-main event, but shit can switch up. When you talking about the prelims and all that shit, dog. I'm looking forward to see Jared Anderson get in there. You know what I'm saying? He's going in there with a 22-0 fighter. That's going to look good on his resume, man. I'm waiting to see his step up fight. See him have an exciting war in there with a fighter. It's an 8 round. He in there with an 8 rounder, man.
Yeah, I think if they gonna step him up, I'll step him up with they'll I mean Oscar Rivas and Brian Jennings finna get ready to fight each other. So
You think he ready for Joe Joyce? I mean, not Joe Joyce, not Joe Joyce, bro. He ain't ready for Joe Joyce in my opinion. But Daniel Dubois,
yeah,
you think Jared Anderson ready for Dubois? Okay,
yeah.
I do. I think so too. But will
I
they
think
fight
he'll
each
box
other right
circles
now?
around. I think he'll box number one. I think he'll box circles around Dubois just for the simple fact that Dubois didn't have an answer for the slow jab that Joe Joyce was putting out there.
That
So
shit.
if you got that jab that's flicking like Jared Anderson, and then on top of Anderson could come from around you, he can come up under you. He has a lot of different dimensions to his style. I think that'd be real bad for Daniel Dubois, especially because he stands right in front of his opponent. He don't stand offset. Everybody he's fought, if you pay attention to it, he stood right in front of them, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
Joe Joyce was able to offset him with that jab he was throwing because he was right there in front of him.
Yeah, Joe Joyce might have had a slow jab, but it did have some damn intensity to it when
Oh
it
yeah.
when it landed. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a steel target like Dubois, it wasn't going to be it wasn't going to be a long night for him, man. That shit was going to end quick sooner or later. His eye told the story for real. His eye started swelling up, and he did not even make any adjustments to move his head, man. He just continued to get pummeled with that jab. It was a jackhammer. Pop, 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 pop. He just came off a knockout too, that Dion. And then he said
Yeah, I
he's ready
saw.
for a title shot.
Yeah.
He said he's ready for a title shot, dog.
Who?
The boy,
Dubois. Dubois
the
was
boy
tripping.
said
He
he's
was
ready for a
tripping.
title shot, dog.
Man, hell no. Tell tell Du- tell Dubois he tell Dubois he beat Ortiz. He can get a title shot. Ortiz need an opponent. You need a legit win on your record to warrant a title shot. So fight Ortiz. Otto Wallen already tied up with Dillian White, I think. So fight Ortiz.
You said Otto Wallen what?
I think Otto Wallen is about to fight Dillian White, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
If
I
I'm not
did see that.
mistaken.
That's not an easy fight for Dylan White at all.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, that's not an easy fight. Now, of course, when we look at the fight he had against Dominic Brazil, he was just able to do the same fucking thing all day. He popped him with the right hook, check out, reset, came back, boom, popped him again, check out, pivot out to his right. The same thing. Dominic Brazil didn't have an answer for it, bro. And look,
I
he
mean,
had Abel
he was
Sanchez in his corner, dog.
yeah. That was disappointing nonetheless. Then Abel Sanchez, he's gonna tell you to keep going forward with nothing else. Shoot, throw more punches, throw more punches, throw more punches. How I need to offset this guy? What I need to do? Do I need to step around him? Do I need to step to him? Do I
Mm-hmm.
need to half step back? What? Give me something. Stop telling me just to throw more punches. And I'm standing here like a statue.
Yo, man, you right about that. Cause I was like, damn, Dominique, like you look like I'm not gonna say how Dominique looked because he didn't look anything different than what I felt he was gonna look. Seeing Otto Wallen go in there against Fury and have success the way he did, I knew Dominique wasn't gonna have a chance. I didn't think he was gonna come in there and present us with a different Dominique. I just didn't see it, and he looked sloppy. He looked super sloppy, man. King Mitch said, "I thought AJ versus Fury." First of all, Andrew Charles on deck. What's good, Andrew? He said, Roy Jones always hype me up. I'm with Roy. A Fury Usyk fight does not sound appealing to me. I agree, man. Check the box on that. I thought AJ versus Fury would be a snooze fest. So I agree. Fury versus Usyk would be the same, probably worse. At least AJ's weak ass chin could be a factor. Usyk and Fury are two movers.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
But I'll
I
be
don't.
honest with you though, King Mitch. I think Fury would walk. I think Fury would walk to. I think he would walk to Usyk though. He wouldn't even move. I think he would walk to Usyk and just lay on him. But I ain't studying that fight. He got to whoop Wilder, and I don't see it.
For
He
real.
better hope he better hope he survive.
We definitely ain't thinking, foretelling as if it's gonna be a Fury Usyk. Not with October 9th in between that shit. No way.
Hell
He said, I
no.
appreciate an Usyk versus Fury fight, although I agree it's not exactly fan friendly at all. Like Roy said, it'll be more intriguing if they were to fight the other heavyweights first. Yeah, we talking as if, Wilder's definitely gonna go ahead and be successful in lifting this belt and putting it back in ownership in Tuscaloosa, and then we'll see what the energy's like for Undisputed, because that's what we really want to see, especially with a U.S. heavyweight champion. That's what we want to see. That's what I want to see. That's what a lot of other people want to see. And of course, you have the ones that, they're looking for the return of Joshua. They want to see the resurgency. Man, come on, man. Joshua's confused individual. I said it earlier. He said he's just learning the game, but then later on he said he's a quick learner. How can you be both? How can you be just learning the game and you're a quick learner? You already been at the top before and lost your titles, and you gain them back. So how can you sit up here and in a losing effort again and say, we just have to go back to the drawing board? And then your trainer says no drawing board. He's right. McCracken was probably frustrated at Joshua. He says no drawing board. The hell are you talking about? But shout out to Team Bomb Squad, man. Time is ticking. And I would say, let me see. I would assume, Dion, that they had their last sparring session already. I'm assuming. You still, man? You still there? Dion, you still there?
My bad. Hello,
Yeah, you still there?
you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
Yeah, man, my phone was tripping, bro. I was trying to make sure I was hearing you though. But nah, you right, man. It ain't no fucking drawing board, Joshua. Shit. We been knew you wasn't shit. You was a robotic fighter. Anybody that came in there and pressed you, and a lot of the similarities that I saw before Ruiz happened again versus Usyk. He has problems with shorter fighters because he fights at one level. He don't 3 levels. If Joshua's ducking, he's ducking on defense. He's not ducking to throw to do anything offensively. And he
Mm-hmm.
actually has a decent uppercut. But all of his offense is at one level. All Usyk was doing was stepping around him and shooting a straight left down the pipe. I saw that. You remember I was corresponding with you because I
Yeah.
think you was at an event, and I was like
Mm-hmm.
Usyk's straight left was finding a home too early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just Joshua, man. Like I've always told people, everybody thought I was hating just because I support my teammate. Now, I've always you know me, I'm gonna stay on code. I've always thought that a lot of old mid level heavyweights was way better than Joshua. Like a Chris Bird. Uh, when I say mid level, I'm not talking about as far as how they fought. I'm talking about how a lot of boxing fans remember. I thought Chris Bird could have stopped Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing special to me. Just like Floyd Mayweather always said, he straight up and down, no special effects. But
Miss say.
he got to find something to do, man, cause you talking about you trying to go in to outbox a boxer. Come on, Joshua, you tried that one before and got knocked out.
For
So
real, right?
we already know what he's gonna try and do this time. He feel like he gonna be able to hit and not get hit. He gonna hit and dance around the ring. That ain't gonna work for you this time because Usyk has a master. He has better footwork than you, and he can also cut off the ring on you. So you really gonna have to find out what you want to do. And the best thing I can tell him to do is come in and just lay on Usyk and empty your ward and try and get him out of there before 6.
See,
You ain't
see.
gonna win you
Wait,
ain't
hold
gonna
up
go
for
the
a second.
distance and win no fight versus him. So
Hold up
you
for a
might as
second,
well
Dion.
go and come on in and try and get him on out of there.
So, Dion, you're saying that you want Joshua to commit to taking a high risk to go in there and box Usyk. And Joshua ain't built like that. He's not built to just go in there and throw the whole kitchen sink early in the fight with somebody like Usyk. He's not built like that. He will have to commit and make that change and say, you know what, I'm gonna go at it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. No, he's not willing to do that, man.
Well, that's the only
He
way he's
doesn't
gonna
he
win
doesn't give me
because
that vibe, that Dion.
I understand that, but this is all I'm saying though, Scotty. That's the only way he's gonna win. You
Yeah,
tried to out
yeah.
you tried to out you tried to outbox him the first time and you failed miserably.
No, I agree with what you're saying, man. I'm
Yeah.
just corresponding to, you know,
Okay, I got you. My bad. Okay.
yeah, I'm not going against the grain with you. I'm just saying Joshua will have to make a commitment for that risk. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some heart to make that commitment. You got to have confidence, dog. And more so, you got to have courage.
Yeah.
And Roy Jones said earlier, when asked about what changes Joshua have to make, he says more mental.
Yeah, it is. It is more mental because at this point, I'm sure he's doubting himself. Because hell, even in the 12th round, he really got gunshot. He didn't really throw versus he didn't really throw enough during the 12th round to even commit to talking about knocking Usyk out. But at the
Yeah,
same time, he was taking a barrage of punches.
correct.
But I mean, at this point, fuck dude, man, cause you got milked and you know, hey, you no longer the cash cow.
Well, he's still gonna
You are
make more
you are a
money than
B
Usyk.
side fighter from now on.
He's still gonna make more money than Usyk, though.
Yeah, you still gonna make more money than Usyk, but he's a B side fighter. You know, I feel like the Andrew Ruiz loss, the Andrew Ruiz loss, and the Usyk loss. You basically you I mean you basically locked in 60-40 or 65-35 now, bro.
Hell
Versus
no.
versus any versus either one of Fury or Wilder.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
But
what
you
I'm
know how it
saying.
is with
Like
negotiation.
you
Yeah.
65-35 somewhere up in the 60-40. You can't even talk. You can't even talk. You can't even show up through the door. You don't even dial my number talking about no 50-50.
Well, it might have to be some compromise one way or the other, man, for us to make this undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the
What?
comments right quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
when talking about AJ's comments, comeback, you got to play the AB drop when he was talking shit to LB, man. Get that soft shit out of it. I know, man. I know. I should have then just, if I had my other PC, yeah, I would have, man. For real. I get it. That would have been nice. For real. There's no fluidity to AJ's movement. If you stand there and let him hit you, he can hurt you bad. Besides that, he ain't really shit. We've been saying that for a while with AJ, for real. I thought he started the 12th good, landing several rights on Usyk, but like every other round, he crumbled when Usyk pressured him. Just like Usyk started the fight, he ended the fight. He took control away from Joshua and closed it out. You know, he took control. He didn't allow Joshua to have any type of momentum heading to the final bell. And I think Joshua may have quit inside because he knew he didn't win the fight, man. That's just my OP, man.
Yeah, I ain't mean to cut you out though, Scotty, but that judge that had it 115-113, he need to be under some type of review, man.
Man, they know it's always one judge to try to sway the fight, man. You know how that goes, man.
Come on, man.
It's always got to be one out of the three, dog. 1/3. It has to be that crooked freaking judge there, man.
I'm talking about ain't no way he saw fit to give Joshua. Ain't no way he saw fit to give Joshua 5 rounds.
AJ may be inferior, but he's not B side. He might make more money than Usyk in the rematch. I guarantee he's gonna make more money than AJ. Please, they trying to keep AJ around as much as possible because they feel like he can sell to the right fight. So Usyk doesn't have that power yet. He's very idiosyncratic, which means eccentric, and he's an odd type of dude. Who's gonna be attracted to Usyk besides the ones who's up here, trying to do this shit for views, man? Like, who knows who
Bob,
Usyk is?
Bob,
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Yeah, because that's Vasil Lomachenko's BFF. You know what I'm saying? So
Bob,
he's gonna show Usyk that love.
cause Bob is thirsty for an undisputed heavyweight champion on top rank. So if Fury fail, he gonna try and bring Usyk on. Cause I think I'll be honest with you. I think after the rematch, Usyk will be a promotional free agent. So Bob,
You going in and out, man. I can't hear
I
you.
said, you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Bob will do it, man. I need to switch over to my computer, man. That's what I'm gonna do, bro.
I
I'm on
mean, do
the
what you
phone.
got to do, man.
Yeah.
Y'all hold on for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, just to respond to Mitch last comment. AJ may be inferior, but he's not B side. I totally agree that he's not B side against Alexander Usyk, being that who knows Usyk. I would say in that foothold over there, more people would know Joshua. Okay, but when you talk about this foothold over here in the U.S., no, they don't know him like that. If they do, it's the people that remember him coming over here and getting his ass knocked out by Andy Ruiz. You got an echo on, Dion.
I don't know what that's about, man. My bad.
Um,
Okay.
can you mute the stream or what you listening to?
No, I got it. I got it.
Oh, okay, but he definitely won't be the A side against Joshua. It's just not gonna happen. Eddie Hearns won't allow that to happen.
Well, man, we gonna see, bro. Cause you know, I feel like it's still. I mean, the whole him losing is gonna hold up undisputed a whole nother year anyway. Cause I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get a trilogy out of that.
Um, Yeah, man, they can try anything possible, but I think a lot of us is going to be calling for an undisputed, especially Wilder getting his title back. A lot of people going to be calling for undisputed, man. They can't say don't nobody know Wilder and this, that, and the other. The same thing can be said about don't nobody know Joshua or Usyk. I'm just focused on October 9th, man. I
Yeah,
really want Wilder to go in there and get that strap back and then put the plan in motion to start pushing for undisputed.
yeah. Remember, man, I still called a round in the shot now. 8th round body shot.
Okay. So you
8th
think it's
round
going to
body
go 8?
shot.
I think this fight's going to be over in 3 or 4 rounds, man. I think October 9th, people going to still be, they're going to have enough money in their pocket to lead the fight and go out to the club. It's going to be over that fast.
It's gonna be an old school Tyson fight.
I just think the way the the foot movement, the volume of punches, putting combinations together, just being a much more active boxer. Oh, that's dangerous. Ugh. That's if he can apply that all that plus cover all his 6, cover his entire 6 with the water and everything, so they won't get contaminated no more. Oh, they on point, man. It's gonna be dangerous. That shit gonna be dangerous. Mitch say AJ might enter the ring first. That's it. Yeah, he definitely gonna come to the ring first, man.
I mean, I'm ready for dude to get the fuck on though, for real. I mean, I get as a whole, I can do without UK boxing. I probably miss watching 1 or 2 guys, but other than that, man, you can scrap that whole scene to me, bro.
Man, you're gonna hurt a good amount of people that's on here to be vouching for the UK because they turncoats, man, and they go for the UK media, behind the scene or whatever. They want to someday get that interview with Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? They want to get the infamous interview with Eddie Hearns and Anthony Joshua. But look, you have to kiss Eddie Hearns' ass to get an interview with Joshua.
Yeah. It ain't shit to Eddie Hearn. He ain't shit. Yeah. He ain't doing nothing but recycling a whole bunch of bullshit fight. And then hell, it ain't no use in having the zone no more. All you got over there is Jaime and Triple G, and they won't even fight each other.
It would be good, the Wilder he beat Fury and fight Dillian White. I really want to see him put Dillian White to sleep again, and make sure the EMT is close to the ring. For real, I really want to see Dillian White, man. He's been talking for so long. I don't even think he gets past Otto Wallin.
Me either.
Yes, but I would like to see, Wilder go in there and sleep this dude once for all, so he can shut the hell up and go back to his husband. I'm just saying, it's a long time, bro.
Yeah, that's somebody that Dubois can fight. But I know they trying to match him up with Otto Wallin, but
Who? Dillian White?
Yeah.
Man, I think Dillian White has smashed Dubois, dog. Put Derek Chisora.
Fight, so
Give him Derek Chisora first, or something like that. Give him Gore. You know what I'm saying? I think Dillian White has smashed Dubois, man. He bring that robotic shit in there with Dillian White, man. I ain't giving Dillian White no shine, man. Forget him, man. We getting ready. We on the eve of Bomb Squad Mania, goddammit.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm ready for this shit, man, because, I wish I could be out there, man. When you leaving?
Oh, I'm not sure, man, because I will talk off. We'll talk off
Okay.
topic of that, man. Yeah, off scene, man. For
Yeah, I feel
real.
you. Yeah, man. Bob finally got some sense, man. It's looking like I'll be over there on the 23rd, man. I'm gonna reach out to you, man. I'm gonna stay in that Olive Branch, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, when grown men come through, man, and I either hear from or I don't, I'm not gonna sit up here and say, "Hey, Dion, man, you came through, man." Like
No,
he's
man.
supposed to check in,
I'm hit you
like
up
he's
for
supposed to
real.
check in the South. Check in, nigga, when you come down here, dog. No, man. I know some cats that come through the A, man. I'm in there from. Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. Nah, I'm gonna make sure I check in, man. Yeah, you got to report to the OGs on the scene, man.
It's good you showing up to the fight, man. I mean, shit, that's gonna be good. Last time I was in State Farm, shit, man, that Kobe hit a brother hard, but
Damn.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
different.
I'm gonna be masked up, man. You know.
Yeah, I am too.
Got to be, I gotta hit my favorite spot, I gotta go to the Ethiopian cafe over there on the other side, and I'm gonna come to the fight though.
Okay, I don't know what Ethiopian cafe you talking about. They sell
Desta?
good food. They sell good food or something like that.
What? Man, Desta Ethiopian cafe, bro. Go check it out.
You said
Pretty,
Desta?
pretty women and everything.
Okay. Okay? We'll talk off scene, man.
Yeah, we'll talk off scene.
Messenger.
I put you on to that.
Mitch said the UK boxing scene is vibrant. They f with they f with boxing heavy. It's just their fighters ain't shit. Yeah, they can put the pyrotechnics in there. They can do stuff, man. Like they can spruce it up for you.
I agree with that. I agree with that. They do have passionate fans. They fighters just ain't shit. I give you right. You spot on with that.
If we had the UK fans over here in the US to support their fighters, it'd be amazing. But we have a melting pot of fighters over here in the US. A melting pot, dog.
I mean, but I think boxing promoters, just me personally, I think that they have lost touch with the right boxing audience. Everybody wants to do fights in Vegas and all that. Cool. I have no problem with that. But when a lot of the big heavyweight fights back when the golden era was happening, they were happening in cities like Memphis, Atlanta, where Holyfield got on. He fought a lot in Atlanta. I think you got to get boxing cards and events back into those scenes, and then now you will create better markets. Because you can't tell me the pyramid in Memphis, where the FedEx Forum is now, it used to be jumping when they used to have Tuesday night fights, and then at the same time, I think what big heavyweight fight was there? I think Lennox Lewis fought somebody there. I think he fought Tyson there. I think they fought at the pyramid one time. But yeah, you got to get boxing back in Memphis.
True. And that's supposed to be happening slowly but surely. That's supposed to be happening. They working on it. Miss say Conor being calling out AB is a joke. I don't think it's so much a joke, being that Conor Ben needs the exposure. He's on the road right now. It'll be a good fight for him to go in there and get some rounds in with AB. He's a flashy type showman, and we already know AB is. But I seriously thought he'd get that fight, though. I seriously doubt it. Man, D-Bag White. Oh yeah, he most likely beat Moist the Boys. Yeah, I believe he beat the boy too, man.
Man, look, they talking about AB supposed to be fighting Figueroa, man.
You know, you talking about Omar Figueroa?
Yeah.
I mean, what does he look to gain out of that though?
I don't know,
Somebody
man.
please explain. Somebody please
That's the
explain.
guy. That's the name that I've been hearing attached to AB though.
Jesus, man, what is this about? I mean, I understand. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather see him fight. Then Robert Guerrero just beat Victor Ortiz. I'd rather see him fight Guerrero than Omar Figueroa.
Correct. I agree. But that's not like I'm boosting up Robert Guerrero. Like, god damn, bro. That's another person who by the wayside, man, fighting for a check. I mean, I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the concept of gatekeeping, but but the gate ain't too secure right now.
The gate ain't secure at all, ain't it? That motherfucker swinging open like the wind hitting it. Motherfuckers going in and out with no permission.
Like,
Oh,
I
come on
understand
in,
the
leave.
concept of gatekeeping, boy, but that motherfucker open right now, boy.
For real, man. That guy Eclipse on deck. Salute
Yeah,
that OG. How you feeling, bro? AB versus Guerrero is a solid fight. Yes, sir, man. You know the Ghost try to bring it every time. Bring that Mexican heat. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose. Win or lose.
win or lose, and then at the same time, you put both of them in a make or break situation.
Be afraid. I forgot to mention those of you in the A, man. Carlos, man, he has a fight coming up. Carlos Jackson, King Dynamite. He has a fight coming up. Um, I saw I saw a post on it. I think he has a fight coming up in October. October at the end of October. I don't see it on his timeline though. But yeah. Oh, October 30th. Top rank ESPN Plus. He's selling tickets right now. Oh shit. I'm about to call him up. He's fighting the junior welter. That's 140.
Yeah,
No, hold up. No. I'll take that back. I gotta really process this before. I don't think he's fighting the junior welter. I think they're talking about Cepeda versus Vargas. That's who's, if I'm not mistaken. I know that ain't him. I don't think he's doing that now. Hell no.
yeah, man. Eddie Hearn need his ass whooped for this card he put on that's supposed to go up again Wilder. Well, that's supposed to come on the same day as Wilder Fury, man. He need his ass whooped.
You know, Eddie just up here trying to get attention, man. He's trying to um, I guess take some of that precipitation from the Wilder Fury fight, you know, rain down over there and give him attention too. I don't know what he's looking to gain from that though. Why would you
I
put
don't, I
on
don't,
that
I
weekend,
don't know
dog?
either. And then tell King Mitch's boy back. You gonna have him some Ted Cheeseman.
Mitch say I'm here for AB versus Figueroa. That's a crossroads fight for both. AB should be favored. Cool tune up. OG said I'm Ohio all day, but if he fights without a sense of urgency, Robert Guerrero will hurt AB. Damn. Okay. That can happen if you stand in front of Robert Guerrero, though. You know, you allow him that flat-footed type of fight, he'll give you what you want. I agree with you that on that, Mike. Hearns his ass Peter Rhodes for so many reasons, to be honest. I don't want to see AB versus Guerrero. I think Figueroa is a better fight. AB speed will have him looking too good versus Guerrero's floor. That's what we need though from AB. He need to look
That's
good
what
against Guerrero.
he need a confidence booster right now, bro. He got to have some because he didn't look good versus the last dude for real. I can't remember bro name, but old dude really, he was touching AB up. Santiago. He was touching AB up for real.
He was. So you're right when it comes down to Guerrero. He needs somebody to make him look good. He needs somebody to make him look good, bro. So they can be interested in seeing him fight the next fight.
Because I'll be honest with you. I mean, I ain't mean to cut you out, but
yeah, go ahead.
What AB needs to be trying to do, he needs to try. He needs to try. If they gonna give him Figueroa, he need to beat Figueroa. He needs to try. He needs to try and get Robert Guerrero in the ring, and he need to cash out with Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman obviously ain't trying to fight him. I mean, he ain't trying to fight nobody for real. So maybe he might come off the couch for AB.
Mm. And who was that again? You just mentioned
Mr. Ponytail, Keith Thurman.
So that's what I thought. I just thought there was a little bit of distortion in delivery, but you did mention Keith Thurman. Okay, I just thought there may be a little bit of cross transmissions going on. But Keith Thurman, where is he anyway? Do you know?
I don't know where he is, but he need to be trying to get back in the ring because he's missing out on a whole lot of fucking money right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's missing out on a whole lot of money right now.
Look, if Crawford go in there and put that work in on Porter, Thurman would be a definitely a good fight to come back off that fight with Porter. Hell yeah. Guerrero's history say he can present problems for AB, but he looked bad versus Ortiz. Granted, Ortiz looked much worse. Maybe Ghost was more rusty than old. That's true words right there, man. Mike, Thurman's still sore from Pacquiao. Man, that's the whole point. We trying to see, like, since Pacquiao, man, where has he been? There's been sightings. Like, where's Thurman at? Are you still motivated to get back on top? How are you surviving, man? Are you making that much money? Like, damn. Are you living off pesos, my brother? What the fuck you doing, Ponytail? He don't have that ponytail no more.
I mean, Ponytail, man, he got to be one of the most disappointing. It's been some disappointing boxing career, bro. But hey, as much shit we give Terrence Crawford for fighting the guys he fighting, at least he fighting. At least he fighting.
I don't give him shit for the.
I mean, I know you don't per se, man. I clean it up. A lot of people give Terrence Crawford shit for the people he fighting. At least he fighting.
Yeah.
At least he fighting.
And knocking dudes out, still stopping them.
Because at the same time, yeah, for real. Because go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Now you go ahead, man. I don't want to overbear.
If you're gonna criticize the quality of his opposition, well, you also have to commend him for stopping his opposition. Because you're criticizing as if he should stop him, but yet he's giving you the result from your criticism. So it's working out both ways for him.
It is, man, and I just hate he fell into that Bob trap, man. And then Bob been shitting on this man ever since he re-signed with him.
I don't know if it's just strictly Bob because, I'm hearing Bomac has a primary role in the business negotiation process. So I just don't think it's just Terrence Crawford alone. I think he has a middleman there, which is Bomac, that's keeping him in that position. Why? Because Bomac has a very solid relationship with Top Rank. And I truly believe that is why Terrence Crawford isn't moving from that nesting pool.
He's gonna have to though, Scotty. I mean, World Combat. He's gonna have to, bro. And I hate the boxing politics part of it. But if he wants and one of those money fights, he's gonna have to lead Top Rank, bro.
Damn. And I don't think that's happening anytime soon, big dog. I don't
Well,
think it's happening, bro.
I mean, what can he do? Because even if he moved up to 54, there's nobody there. What your big
Oh,
fight
there's
gonna be
somebody
Tim
there.
Zoo?
There's people
Huh?
there, dog. It's look, it's people there. He
I mean,
just for Terrence
right.
Crawford, he would have to move up. He would have to move up to 54 with a purpose, a championship purpose. Not when Charlo has majority of the belts, and then you have Brian Castano. Now, if he said, "I want to fight Brian Castano," move up from the WBO and face Brian Castano at the WBO 54, hell yeah, I watch that fight.
Yeah, I'll be there for it too.
Cause god damn, you talking about fireworks? You talking about ammunition?
Oh yeah, I'll be there
Ooh,
for it.
that shit would be crucial right there, bro.
Yeah, and then hell, because I mean, outside of the PVC scene, the biggest name at 54 is Tim Zoo.
And Tim Zoo's about to step in there with let me look him up again. I know Tim Zoo was stepping in there with a name that I didn't quite understand why either. Let's see. Where you at? Where you at, Tim? You know, I'm like, what is this guy doing? So Tim Zoo,
And then Tim Zoo just come out the Jeff Horn victory.
it's been a couple of fights ago, if I'm not mistaken, man. I'm about to pull up his box rec right
Okay.
now. Figueroa will force AB to fight or F around and lose on the cards. I think AB can do this normal BS, not throw much and still beat Guerrero. That's why I prefer Omar. Yeah, Omar's gonna give you something for real. Bud do what he's supposed to. They put them bombs in front of him, he knock them out. They give him solid opposition, but knocks them out. What's the issue? Yes, sir. Talk to him, that Mike. Talk to him. Thurman will beat the shit out of AB at welterweight right now. Damn. He's still giving Thurman the edge. I don't know, man. I got to see if he still got the drive. So his last look, he fought Jeff Horn 3 fights ago. He's look, Tim Zoo has knocked out Bowen Morgan in the first round, Dennis Hogan, 5th round, Steve Spark, 3rd round. So it's time for him to get a big fight. And you know who he's fighting? Yeah, he's fighting a Japanese dude, Takeshi Inui. Hype those old the man science. He's fighting Takeshi Inui.
Mm.
17-1. That's who he's fighting. So it's people up there for Terrence Crawford to fight if he wants to move up to 54. It's just with Terrence, I think he'll want to move up and fight for a strap. And they're all tied up right now, unless he was going to challenge Jamel Charlo. And that's a whole nother animal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
Bomac, let me see. If AB stay focused, he will work Thurman. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He might need you there to keep him focused, man. He might need something else. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that fight, though, God damn it. For real. Thurman's still a dog. I believe he still has that fight in him, just like Mitch mentioned. I do. But, one thing I can say about AB, he has not been stopped yet. Bomac, the one that got Crawford paid. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm not trying to wait for years for Spence to fight. Hold on. I'm not waiting for years for Spence to fight Bud. If the shit ain't happening welterweight after the Porter fight, I'll be cool seeing Bud move up one more time. Yes, sir. We good with that injury. Mitch said Eclipse. I don't think so, especially at welterweight. But when has AB stayed focused lately? Thurman will outpoint him easily. I don't know. Can we get the type of AB that can work the body or something? Can he at least give us some combinations more than one round? I mean, can we just get the old AB? Because listen, people saying he washed up AB's only 31 years old. How can he be washed up already as a 4 division champion?
Yeah.
AB's focused. His focus. He's training. Michael Stafford's putting training out there. AB.
Yeah.
It's how hard he is to train, dog.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. AB and Keith Thurman's style would clash perfectly. It would be a great stylistic matchup, even because, and then at the same time, even if you took how both of them fought Pacquiao. Yes, AB was a little disappointing because he wouldn't let his hands go like we wanted him to, but it wasn't like Pacquiao was classing him.
Now, Pacquiao just gave him the stiff arm, put your seatbelt on. He told him to put his seatbelt on. He about to go on a bumpy ride. And that's what he did. Sat his ass down. And Thurman just looked at him. Was he able to gain back that momentum? Not to me, he wasn't. But he didn't get stopped. I just think he gave away that belt. And it is what it is, man. Allow Pacquiao to gain that momentum again, have some more prestige to his legacy. And Thurman failed us. He disappointed us, man. So if he come back and fight Terrence Crawford, I'd be like, okay, let me show Keith Thurman some attention. He ain't taking a tune-up either. Okay, let's do this. He want to fight Crawford now? Let's go.
That's suicide. He come back and take Crawford with no tune-up.
Let's not give pre-warning, shall we? Are you getting paid for consults?
Huh?
Let's not give pre-warnings. Are you getting paid for consults? Let that man do what he wants to do. If it's suicide, it is. That's what it is.
If he die, he die, huh?
If he die, he die, man. He know what it is with boxing. I know he would gain the respect of a lot of people if he said, you know what, I want to fight Crawford on my way back. No tune-up. No tune-up. Let that man do what he got to do. That's the issue with AB. We can always say if he is focused because we know he has it in him, but the mother won't show up entirely. Man, if you can just find the Bible, the Bible of Adrian Broner, that is a scripture that should be on the first chapter, and then everything else should be chapters that help him calm his mind and center himself to get back into the groove. Man, the old AB, the 135-pound AB. I'm glad he put away his divisions early though.
Now, can I ask you a question, though, Scotty?
Go ahead, man.
The AB versus Porter, you don't think that AB will be enough to beat Thurman?
If he, you're talking about somebody who gives you that extreme aggression like Porter, and yeah, AB lost tremendously in that fight, but he the one that earned the knockdown at the end. If Thurman came back, he returned without a tune-up and got the AB that fought Sean Porter, it would be very interesting, man. Because I think Sean Porter did a damn good job with controlling that entire fight. It's just AB defense kept him honest. AB's defense, it kept him alive, man. Else he would have been destroyed. If Porter had any more power, it just would have been destroyed, man. Porter would have destroyed that dude. But my people, it's been a pleasure, man, chopping it up with you, bro. We definitely gonna touch bases on the other stuff we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
And y'all absolutely stay tuned, man. If I'm looking at it, next weekend is the fight. So Team Wilder should be, preparing themselves to leave up. They'll probably get there like Tuesday, the 5th.
Yeah.
They'll probably be there Tuesday the 5th. So it's on and popping from them, man. It is on and freaking popping, man. So salute to everyone who tuned in, man. This is just one of those streams I was showing you something different. But I'll definitely be on here tomorrow. Appreciate the ones who pull up, man. That's on deck in the building. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. Salute. I'm out.